Once upon a time, in the enchanted forest, there was a princess possessing beauty, but all external. Within, it was the blackest heart of the whole kingdom, full of hatred and sadness, instilled from a very young age by her mother, Queen Adora, an evil witch who possessed the gift of magic from birth. Over the years, the King Henry was in need. He could not leave the kingdom at the hands of what he even considered a monster. Inquiring around the castle, he found the Queen Adora's old spellbook. He didn't know what forces he was dealing. It was a desperate soul that leads you horrible things. A simple spell will be enough to solve the problems, even if it means giving up the person he loved most, Regina, the young queen.
I have a gift for you. It's a family heirloom and it's time to be yours.
I thought it would be something special. It's an amethyst with not value. Bah! I'm sure we'll find something better to give me, but now, stay with your family heirloom.
I want you to appreciate things. Not for being simple and ordinary means that it has not value. Regina, this is my gift. Your heart will darken forever if you don't change. You are doing just what she wants. She is not here anymore to control you.
My mother does not control me.
She died, Regina. She paid the price of magic, but even you know she didn't die for it.
Enough! I don't want you to hear a single word from you. With you, it's always the same. I know she's dead. I know she's the reason of this. I'm the one who made my own decisions, and what happens to you does not concern you.
You are so wrong, Regina, but that will change. If I do this, it is for your own good.
He really felt what he had to do. Sending his only daughter alone to a different and strange land broke his heart, but it was the only way. And if he really loved her, he had to do it no matter the price, even if he has to pay the price of the dark magic. Despite everything, it was his fault. He had turned her into that. To trick her, it had to be a very simple but incredible way, so she won't suspect. After thinking a lot, he found the perfect way. A Bradley stone. Usually, she will expect jewelry, so it was perfect. The crystal will transport her into the minute she holds it.
When the time to give her, Eva arrived as usual as he had predicted. She was expecting expensive jewelry, and at his messages, she refused it and threw it away, and of course, she got mad. She starts yelling at him and complaining. How did her father dare to give her a simple stone? She was a princess, and soon she would become the queen. Of course, she deserved better and of the most beautiful jewelry in the world. But what she didn't know was that the stone was enchanted, and when she held it, the spell starts working. She starts feeling strange, and smoke was coming from her. Well, actually, from the crystal. Everything was spinning around and faded away. Everyone looking and listening really far away when suddenly she felt something pull her and shut up in a vacuum after she lost consciousness.
The spell had worked. The magic stone transported her to another different land, but not only did that, her life was changed, and the worst thing is that she didn't know how that happened or what to do. For the first time in her life, she was completely alone. She was alone in the middle of the forest when she realized that she was wearing a bed sheet as a dress and was barefoot. The stone that was previously glowing in her hand, it was broken. She started walking around the forest, wondering how she may return to her land. Then she saw a village near where she was. When she arrived in the village, the people started talking about her when she was passing near them. They noticed she wasn't from there, and she was lost. As she the newest, everybody looked at her strange and treated her bad. They murmured about her just like she used to do with her servants.
A peasant approached her and ordered her to please clean these words. She felt offended at how she dared, so she told her.
Don't you know who I am? Well, it seems you don't. It's a crime. I will make you punished for that. Anyway, I'm a princess, Regina, daughter of your king and future queen. And guess what? I don't do that kind of things. And you know what? I'm a bit more refined.
That's what you need to do if you want to stay here, princess. Otherwise, you can go outside the woods alone, but I give you no more than one night. She whispered in her ear. If I were, I should do what order. Where I come from, a simple thank you will be enough.
Where you come from, people bathe in the river and use pine cones for money.
Princess, huh? Ha! You're nothing but a simple town girl that works for surviving and serve to other people. So I don't care who you are, and instead of being yelling at me, you should get back to work.
The princess got shocked, and for the first time in her life, she didn't know what to say, and with resignation. She was trying to use magic, but nothing happened. She starts doing what he commands her. After all, she didn't have where to go or do. By the time the sun went down, she felt tired. She had a terrible headache. She had never worked in her life, and the worst of all, she was filthy and sweaty. The only thing she wished at the moment was to rip the heart of the peasant, but she will be satisfied by taking a bath on bed to rest.
As time passes, Regina keeps working day by day. She was changing and becoming a better person, thanks to the people who teach her to appreciate the little things and the courage to earn things with effort. The only thing she wishes most, with all her dark heart, was to go back home with his father. To forget that and feel better a little more, she decides to take a walk to the woods. Maybe she can clear up her mind.
She was walking when suddenly something brighter than the sun blew her away. Intrigued to know that it was, she walked the way where the light came from. It wasn't a light, it was a stone. Attracted for it, she touches and she started feeling strange again, and the smoke was coming from her. Well, actually from the crystal. Everything was spinning around and fading away. Everyone looked and listened far away, when suddenly she felt something pull her and shut up in a vacuum after she lost consciousness for the second time.
When she woke up, it wasn't a forest again, but this time was a familiar, and she knows for sure that it was home. Immediately, she starts running toward the place to search her father. When she arrived, there was him in her throne, and for a moment, she thought he wouldn't recognize her. After all, he was changed and older, so as his father, but her father was her father, and will always recognize her.
Father and daughter join in a big hug, but were happy to see each other after all this time. They have a lot to tell each other, but they have all the time in the world to catch up. At the end, she learned the lesson.